Hi scholars, here we are again. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to start learning. We'll be focused on fluency today. This is Module 2, Cycle 9, Lesson 44.
Materials!
Go ahead and put on that thinking cap. Are you ready? Follow along as I read each learning target. I can find regularly spelled high-frequency words in a list of words. I can read a text fluently, smoothly, with expression and meaning, rereading and self-correcting when necessary. Let's jump right in.
Word work!
Again this week we'll be looking at our snap and trap words. But like our learning target said, we'll be focused on those snap words today. Let's see if these words play fair using the spelling patterns we would expect them to, or if maybe some of them are trap words, meaning they're a bit tricky for us to read or spell. This first word is with. Is it a snap or a trap? Yes, that's a snap word. We can hear each sound represented with that spelling. W-I-Th. Great job. Our next word says finally. Let's clap it out together. Finally. It looks like that first syllable is a closed syllable, F-I-N, but I hear a long I sound. That seems tricky. Let's go ahead and put it in our trap column. This says 1, like the number. Do you think it's a snap or a trap? Absolutely. That is a trap word. We hear W at the beginning, but we see the letter O. It also seems like there's a magic E in this word, but it's not making a long O sound. That sure is a trap word. Here's the word open. What do you think? You've got it. Open. That first syllable, O, is open, making a long O sound. And that second syllable, pen, is making the short E sound because it's closed. That is a snap. Great job.
Transition song!
Can you read this fluently, smoothly, with expression, please? Can you read this fluently, with expression and with meaning?
Fluency!
Here we have an excerpt from our decodable book, The Spelling Bee. Let's go ahead and try reading it fluently. I'm hoping you can give me some feedback after I try it. James almost tripped as he walked over to the teacher. She said James is the winner. James grinned. He was sad for Nell, but still very happy he won. The people clapped and clapped. That didn't seem right at all, did it? That seems like it should be an exciting page, and I didn't sound excited at all. Remember, we have to make our voice express what's happening in the story. Try it again, as I do better this time. Here we go. James almost tripped as he walked over to the teacher. She said, "James is the winner!" James grinned. He was sad for Nell, but still very happy he won. The people clapped and clapped. That was so much better. Thanks for helping me.
Question and answer.
Before we continue practicing with our fluency, I have some questions for you about this excerpt. What was happening on this page? Exactly. James had won the spelling bee. How did I know to say the sentence, James is the winner, with such an excited voice? What clue was there on the page? Yes, it has an exclamation point. Lots of times, punctuation is giving us clues about how to use our voice when reading. An exclamation point is a great clue to sound excited. Let's reread our decodable book together this time, practicing fluency. Read with me. James had not always been a good speller, but he worked hard to get better. He dreamed of winning the spelling bee. He was so happy when his teacher chose him to go to the city spelling bee. Tonight was the big night. Grandma made James wear a tie for the spelling bee. He tugged at the tie on his neck as he spelled words in his head. He was ready. He and the other kids walked out on the stage to begin the spelling bee. There were so many people there to watch them. They all clapped as the kids walked out on stage. James sat on the stage with the other kids. He saw his sister Pat and Grandma sitting in the front row. Pat was still clapping. James grinned. The spelling bee began, and James was getting all the words right. Other kids were spelling words wrong, so they had to leave the stage. Finally, only James and his friend Nell were left. It was Nell's turn. A teacher read the word to her. She spelled it wrong. James stopped to think about the word. Then he spelled it. He was right. James won the spelling bee. James almost tripped as he walked over to the teacher. She said, James is the winner. James grinned. He was sad for Nell, but still very happy he won. The people clapped and clapped. He went to where Grandma and Pat were sitting. Grandma patted his head and then kissed his cheek. Pat hugged him very hard. They were all filled with joy. James had worked so hard, and he had won. Great reading, everybody.
Closing reflection.
What does it look like or sound like to be a proficient reader? You know it by now. Yes, that's right. Reading smoothly, with expression and meaning, and at just the right speed. That's reading with fluency. Remember to practice what we did today when you are reading on your own. Give yourself a pat on the back for all of your hard work today. I can't wait to hear you read again. I'll see you next time.